purpose of our Winter Leaders Camp for 2021 is to mentor and inspire future leaders. We do that by following our four main pillars under our camp leadership philosophy, which are academic rigor, global citizenry, character development, and personal health.
At about 6:30 a.m. for about 1 hour, we have the campers do various sorts of exercises around cardio, strength, or endurance training. It was with the goal in mind to keep students on a routine, something new and different from their daily lives. So most of these students had never really worked out before, or if they had, it was at school for very short periods of time. And so at camp, right, the routine was every morning we're working out, every morning we're active and we're moving. A lot of these students were not used to that. Some of them had a lot of trouble getting into the routine, but the good thing was that being at camp, right, you have the support of the mentors and of the fellow students. So that was always a great support system.
Go.
For our Winter Leaders Camp, we focus on two specific courses. The first being life coaching, where we're teaching life coaching skills, more or less teaching a student the way to improve their benefits of choosing their habits, thinking positively about the outcome and structuring their day, as well as focusing on leadership skills on how to interact with themselves, their responsibilities, and their family members. The second course that we offer is our Global Citizens course. I feel that this is where a lot of value comes in targeting a lot of global problems. This is a course that is designed to teach kids to be introspective, but also to have a wider opinion and a point of view on problems that extend further than their homes. What we attempt to do in class is to break down the concept of leadership, what it means to be a leader, both at the front and the back and everything in between, in order for people to not only become better team members, better family members, but also better friends.
So after PT, we just went throughout our day up until we had camp-wide activities, which was our afternoon activity. This will usually be like a team building. So we're trying to help them work as a team, something that would allow for everyone to be a part of the team, everyone to have a place and work together. After dinner time, we would do something a little more calming, a little more still with the team or with a larger group, but that would help the students feel more of a sense of community. As mentors, we're always trying to push students to give their maximum effort in everything that they do, right? Every activity, every physical exercise. We'd always encourage students to push one another and to help each other and help their teammates to get involved or to finish the task, to reach the end goal. So that was always great to see as well.
I mean, teamwork is like the most important one. The rest is like trying to support each other. If they in a tough time, just try to like calm them down and like make them keep going. Yeah.
And from the beginning, I felt like I really want to go home, but now I kind of want to stay here forever. It's really fun, and I made a lot of new friends, and I felt like I got stronger physically and mentally as well.
come, or if you don't come.
I'm proud of all of our students and how they've progressed so far. Everything from socially, physically, mentally, they've gotten a lot stronger.
I could see that even without the electronic devices around, we could still bond ourselves with each other, and also we have a lot of chances to meet new people, to make a lot of friends, and to learn a lot of stuff from this camp.
Welcome and good evening. Thank you for joining us for today's event. My name is Armand and I'll be your Master of Ceremony. Point Avenue is pleased to host its first ever slam poetry contest. This competition aims to mix both students from Thailand and Vietnam for a mix of poetry and performance to help transform our young poets into passionate artists. We hope you can join us in building a youthful writing community to help these students showcase their event and share it with a wider range of audience. We are offering both long-lasting connections and a wide range of prizes to be won. Not only me, we have a good selection of judges here today. I'm going to give the stage over to them for a brief introduction to tell us about themselves and why they are here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Faye, and I am the head of the Writing Coach program here at Point Avenue. I come from South Africa, where I graduated with a major in English, and some of my passions include modern art, literature, and music. We're really excited to hear some of your slam poetry tonight, and we wish you good luck.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Mr. Joe. I do SAT test prep here at Point Avenue, Thailand. I come from the beautiful city of Los Angeles, California. I love writing, reading, writing poems, watching television. Anything that has to do with art, I love it. So I'm really excited to listen to everybody's poems today.
Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Howie. I'm an elementary teacher here at Point Avenue, Thailand, here in beautiful Bangkok. I'm also part of the writing coach curriculum together with Mr. Joe, Ms. Faye, and Mr. Armand. So if you like to write better poems, be more professional, you should definitely join our writing coach. And I like exercising, I like pizza, and I like chicken wings. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much to all of our judges for a nice introduction. Hopefully this puts the contestants a little bit more at ease, knowing who will be judging, and hopefully we'll find out what they will be looking for. Well, regarding our contestants, we've received a considerable amount of interest from 26 students overall. We have 18 students joining in from Vietnam and 8 students joining in from Thailand. Let's have a look and see who will be performing in today's contest. Excellent. What a talented group of students we've got lined up for this evening. So, in order to remind the students of the rules and guidelines for this competition, please keep in mind that during the performance, each participant will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes for their slam poem. 1 ding means you begin, 2 dings means your time is up. When listening, please be mindful that your microphone is on mute, your camera is on, and you're paying attention and showing support to your fellow contestants. At the same time, keep in mind that a common practice among slam poetry community is snapping our fingers instead of clapping our hands. This is a less aggressive and more intimate way to show appreciation for our contestants performing on stage. At the same time, keep in mind that the first prize winner will be lucky enough to walk away with the latest state-of-the-art Kindle. Perfect. Furthermore, we've got one more trick up our sleeve. In the slam poetry community, we have what is called a sacrificial poet. We're going to be having one of our judges perform an original piece they have prepared in order to help break the ice and calm the nerves. Mr. Howie, whenever you're ready, the stage is yours.
Yeah. Originally, I wanted to do my poem about KFC, like 1, 2, 3, in the place to be. Let's go to KFC, you and me. But I actually like Lotteria a lot, and I like Burger King and McDonald's a lot. So maybe I'm not that passionate about KFC. So I thought, I'm super passionate about this one place called the Big Mango. So that's where my poem will be about the Big Mango. Okay. Finally, big buildings in sight. I am here. It's my first time, but it is clear. No one, this place will give me adventures and fun. No one can ruin my mood. No more boredom. The search is done. This is where I belong. I can feel the energy. My senses are tingling. Lights are all I see. People commuting, noisy sounds are warming me. First, let's get a taxi. So many of them on this side. Hey, where are you going? Why are you turning left while I have to go to the right? Are you trying to rip me off? Get me out of this taxi. I had enough. Here's your money. Let me get my stuff. Okay, calm down, calm down. Let's get some food. Whoa, it's so cheap. Whoa, it's so good. Yummy. This is bettering my mood. I've never tasted anything like this before. Let me try this. Let me try that. Let me get some more. Okay, next, let's go shopping. Whoa, they sell supercars in here? 7-Elevens are all around. Everything is near. Wait, how many bags do people need? I only have one bag. This is definitely a shopping paradise, and that's a fact. Wallet is empty. Body is empty. This city depletes you, and that is true. Well, let's try the massages. Oh my gosh, it's so cheap. Let's get 2. People are so nice. They keep on bowing. Why is everyone smiling? Is everyone like me holidaying? And then I met this girl. Helpful in every way, telling me where to go, what to eat, what to say. But I don't want to leave the city. I'll be back for more. I will explore this city until my knees get sore. And now, finally, I am here. The best seats on the first row. I love this place. So let's continue this show here in the Big Mango.
Fantastic performance. Thank you so much, Mr. Howie. I bet that was a really good indication for all of our contestants of what we are expecting and perhaps of what they can get up to. So, meaning we're going over to our very first contestant, contestant number 1, Nabdao. So before you begin, Nabdao, would you mind giving us a brief introduction about who you are?
I'm Nabdao.
All right, so Nabdao, we're just trying to figure out, is your microphone turned on? We can't quite hear you at the moment. Okay,
Yes.
There we go. Right, when you're ready.
My name is Nabdao and I'm from Thailand.
All right.
Running towards greatness, our world shall be. Expired element goes back in the Atlantic Sea. It cries and whimpers before its long gone death. The clock is ticking, its final countdown. When will it be? Poof. As the spectacle descends, the freedom awakens with no more dead ends. The cleanliness polished the ground with lighted hooves. The crazy new normal has hit reverse. This pandemic is no more. All that's left is a freedom war. The news crosses the countries with rapid pace as joy spreaded. It's gone, you know? I really think it's gone. Thank you for listening.
All right, fantastic performance, Nabdal. Thank you very much for being our very first contestant. So, can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write this slam poem? We love the body language, we love the energy. Please tell us a little bit more.
That we stay at home every day, and this like old pandemic that has stayed here for about like very long.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
This is about like the future.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Nabdal. That was fantastic. So definitely a topic that is very relevant for most of us nowadays. And I think it was very touching, especially for the judges as well. Then moving on to our second contestant, we have Emma. Emma, when you're ready, would you mind giving us a brief introduction about yourself?
Hello, my name is Ha Phương. You can call me Emma. I'm from Vietnam, and yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, here we go.
Okay. The world is breaking down. By all means heartless. You better wish it's harmless. Or giant earth shall be spotless, never heal but better, without dominating humans, ruining the environment. The impacts of factories is huger than we thought. Earth would be better without us. So into space we go. 2 options you choose. This is for attention, so worth a mention. That's not the only problem. Cultural differences, separate appearance, and weird personality come insecurities. Murder of heritage, is it acceptable too? In my opinion, Hitler should be put in detention, where he's still alive, for killing masses, to burn to ashes. Tired of people saying life's not fair. Shouldn't we do something or just keep it wrong? 2 factors to destruction, aforementioned, our world falling apart.
Very good. Fantastic. Emma, thank you so much. Great performance for our second contestant. So, first of all, I would like to know what inspired you to write about your topic for this slam poem?
I have always been concerned about the problems that surround our world, environmental problems and cultural differences. That is the 2 problems that, not that it overrides other problems, but kind of dominates our world. I wanted to give people something to think about this.
Absolutely, and I think you did exactly that. Definitely left us with a very important and deep message, something to think about. And I think it's wonderful that you have such strong feelings for social problems that we are experiencing. All right, so very good performance. When we're ready, we're going to move over to our third contestant, Anna. So, first of all, please would you mind giving us a brief introduction before you begin?
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
All right, we just want to double check we can hear you nice and clear. Would you mind speaking up a little bit?
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, so we're just quickly still checking. We can hear you. All right, yeah, quick introduction.
Right. So my name is King Ann, aka Anna. I'm 14, going to 15 years old this October, and I have a quote for myself, aka Monty. Okay, so now my poem. My mama, a woman with one daughter, one son, one dad, one mom, and of course one home, is somehow my big girlfriend. To me, cooks food for me, buys clothes for me, also quarrels with me. For some reason, every time anyone shouts at me, I just smile, because it's my style, but whenever it's her turn to do that, I have like, I got mischief. I'm a mischief. Sometimes the yes, I like that, but asking me, why do you like that? Why do you keep like that? Or how on earth do I answer those questions? Then we start. My mama, a woman with my mama, a woman like one eats meat, bakes, but hates me, has the ability to harm and like me. She doesn't, she can't play ball, she can't play piano, she can play with and raise up a girl like me. She shouts at me, her love outweighs her anger. Now, who paid for the money? My mama. Who helped me to with my beeping old piano teacher? My mama. Who helped me to keep calm whenever I mess up and got into troubles? My mama. Who brought me to extra classes and brought me back home no matter the weather is hot or cold outside? My dad. Okay, so I think that's how parents share chores. My mama. She doesn't teach me to be a nice looking girl, but she teaches me to be a nice acting girl that shares food with friends when I have, appeases people when they feel sad or dismal, or say hi and thank you and feel grateful to people. My mama, she never has no wings, but she flies and teaches me how to fly higher than her. I may not have to fly in a world of success, but the one of kindness. I may give this earth tears, but then double to smiles. I may not have any bottle of perfume, but then have to spray thousand bottles of sweat. And that's how she teaches me as my first, not second teacher. My mama. She will wish me luck and give me luck and be proud of me whenever I reach my goal. And she will also tell everyone that she's a part of my success. Well, that's true. My mama, she's my mama and will always be. I accept her fights, but can't deny my loves. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic. Very, very good job there, Anna. Excellent. So much detail, so much emotion. We definitely can feel that you are quite passionate, especially about your family members. Always a nice message to give them a little bit of credit and to recognize the good they have in our lives and what they do for us. So very good. So first of all, I would like to ask, what was your main motivation when writing and how was the writing process for you?
Um, so I've never written a poem, slam poetry, but and then there was one day my mom saw this contest and she asked me to join. I was very concerned about like. I was thinking like what to write. I thought about like should I write about the environment or the pandemic or other social issues, but then I think that this is my first time writing, and if I want to write well, it should be something that comes from my heart. And so I wrote about my mama. I think that when I grow up, when I go outside, and if I'm the boss or anyone that like has mm, like if I am very success, I will always go back and come back and live with my mama because she will always be my mama.
That's beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very good response, actually. And yeah, it's so important to recognize our family members, to give them credit for all of their hard work in helping us to become the great people that we are today. So, fantastic performance. Thank you very much. Up next, we're going to give over the stage to Nama. When you are ready, would you mind giving us a quick introduction about yourself?
Hi, my name is Nama. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we got you.
I'm from Thailand. I'm 13.
All right, so when you're ready, Nama, on the bell, here we go.
People say that at a certain age, life begins to feel harder. Growing up, we never find ourselves worrying until suddenly, over time, we feel like an empty whiteboard marker. People look like they have their lives together while you're here thinking that nothing will ever be better. Handling your social life will keep your grades high. Well, you never know that others' perfect lives are a big, big lie. The pressure from your parents, yourself, and your friends. You think that it could never, ever, ever come to an end. Your peers seem to have stable friend groups and cliques, and you're here just alone. You want to get along with everyone, but that's sadly not how it works. And then we often feel like we need to vent, but then the person that claimed to be there for us simply left and went. Now you turn to your parents for the bare minimum of support. They listen, they try, but then they call you dramatic and to let go. Be carefree and focus on your studies, but no, no, no. We need your understanding that this is not being dramatic. Social anxiety, depression, self-hatred. This is not a joke. We need help from society and parents to take this seriously. It's like we are stuck inside a soundproof box. We scream for help, but no one hears. We call out in need of support and comfort, but our cries fall on deafened ears. Thank you.
Good, fantastic performance yet again. So really, really nice. I feel that you were being able to bring your message across quite clearly. We can feel the passion and the dedication that went into preparing for the slam poem. That being said, I would like to know what made you decide to join in for the contest this evening?
I always really like to write and express my emotions in different ways, and maybe other people's emotions, and be like a tunnel, a path, like the thing between to help others try to express what they really want to say. Yeah.
Perfect response. I think that is very fitting for what it is that we're looking for as well. Hoping to inspire others, help others, share our ideas, and to illustrate our unique ability to express ourselves in different ways. So awesome, and thank you again for your performance.
Thank you.
Up next, we're going to give it over to Nem. When you are ready, would you mind giving us a quick introduction about yourself?
Hello. My name is, I guess, Nem, but it's like technically Dan. I'm 12 years old and I am from Vietnam. And today I'll be speaking about my poem.
Perfect. When you're ready, on the ding, here we go.
Where am I amidst an endless sky? Where am I in the presence of celestial gods? Where am I in the heart of a bustling cosmos? Where am I? If people are stars in Orion's belt, rocks in Saturn's rings, moons in Jupiter's orbit, where do I stand? Is there a place among heavenly spheres? Can a meteoroid change the course of a comet?
I wield optimism like a blade because I'm afraid of the fact that I have no reason to live, drowning in a sea of stars gone before the world knows you exist. Veil my fears behind the curtains of night. Even if I travel at the speed of light, I'm lost. Drifting in the void, no noise, no sound, only darkness and eternity. We believe in gods because we cling to the dream that someone has something for us far beyond what we can perceive. We believe in prophecies because we cling to the hope that fate leads us on with a rope tied around our necks. Even if destiny makes her choices for us, even if behind the scenes we're all cogs in a well-oiled machine, we're not free. We'll be at the mercy of the heavens. A grain of sand in the universe's hourglass, conscious extras in the macrocosm silent film. We're destined to live meaningless lives, and that's okay. We can make it meaningful. We can stare at the galaxies above and we can dream about the only life that matters to us. Because if the stars don't love us back, because if this is the only chance we have, why not make it fun? Thank you.
Very, very good. Fantastic performance yet again. Really interesting. We can definitely hear that you spent quite a bit of time preparing. Very articulate, very wise choice in vocabulary, and very descriptive. So fantastic work on that. My question to you is, what was your inspiration in your topic choice, and how did this influence your writing?
Mainly, I've always been a big fan of star and space imagery. And I wanted to remind myself and like other people when I get nervous or when I'm afraid that it's okay because like in the end it wouldn't really matter. And I want to share like the optimistic perspective on that because that's what I personally believe in. And the way it's impacted my writing is, of course, I've looked up a lot of star imageries and like space related words, and I've tried to include as many of my emotional insecurities as much as I can.
Well, for that, we have to thank you for being brave, for taking a leap, and being honest, not only with yourself and others, in sharing your authentic work. So, thank you so much for that performance. Really appreciate that. All right. Fantastic. Up next, we're going to move over to Emily. And then, when Emily is ready, she'll be giving a brief introduction about herself.
So my name is Sohan. It's kind of editor. You can call me Emily though, and my poem is technically about like from a perspective of a small animal you probably know in the poem of what would happen to them or what would they imagine if they were like in a crisis.
All right. Fantastic introduction. Excellent. When you're ready, on the ding, here we go.
Okay. My brain is running in circles. How could they do this? Ash and dust swirl around me like a tornado, bring destruction as far as I can see. Left in its path, behind burnt stumps, the remains of my family, relatives, food, and home. Hot, it is all that I can feel now. So thirsty, so desperate for water, but there is none. It struck me in the middle of a bright red spark blaze. It spread from tree to tree, and stampedes of animals rushed past me to escape this now dangerous hot light. But what can I and my family do? We're small, slow, and our gray fur does nothing to conceal us. Fortunately, in red outfits with yellow hats, stepped in with a big, long red worm that sprayed water out of its mouth. Human, confused, despaired. Why are they here? Weren't they humans who started the fire? So why are they here? Why would they want to come back if they wanted to destroy it, destroy us? What should I do? Should I plunge in to receive help? Or should I sprawl, run, hide in the fire? Will they harm me or will they save me?
Is it too late to save the forest, my home? Before I could make up my mind, this despicable human plunged, jumped into the burning flame, and covered me in darkness. I woke up in a white room with tables, chairs, and many of my friends and neighbors who, like me, have somehow survived the accident but were terribly injured. Charred, my soft gray fur has turned. One of my legs were covered in neat white wraps, and every movement sent a wave of pain through my body. My oval black eyes scanned the room. Where am I? Am I close to home? What would happen to me? Would I get food to eat? Humans in white coats brought in delicious capitalism, and I've always had enough. Week passed by. My bandaged leg returns to normal. My fear of human gradually fades. I no longer flinched when they touched, screamed when they fed, or hid when they came into my room. Oh, human, the power you have in your hands to hunt, to hurt, to heal, and inspire hope. Why can you not spare us, tiny, helpless creatures, helpless at your reckless disposal, before we, like splendid poison frog or blue stick macaw, disappear into thin dust like we were never here? Thank you.
Fantastic, and a terrific use of the time. Very, very unique perspective indeed. I feel this was quite a unique approach to addressing a slam poem contest as well. And for that, I would love to know what inspired you to take on the topic in this manner.
So basically, my topic is about a koala surviving in a wildfire. In my classes, we learned about how the wildfires are affecting the forests in Australia, in California. And so I wanted to do something that would kind of show how animals would react when a crisis, basically a fire happens, and like their emotions, like they're scared, they're confused, they're really angry for destroying their home. So yeah, that's what I wanted to convey in my poem.
Certainly feel that you did convey that message very clearly. So fantastic again, and thank you so much for your performance this evening. All right. Excellent. Up next, our last but not least contestant, we have Yui, who will be performing. So when you're ready, a quick introduction.
Okay, hello, I am Yui, and I am living in Vietnam.
Here we go.
Transparent bubbles contain everything. Yesterday, today, the future. Everything absorbed in the world. Some may refer to this as memories, but bubbles portray everything. Tragedy rather than comedy, pain rather than tragedy. Life may seem like a comedy, though at times it's a tragedy. You know your own wounds better than anyone else. But don't let go of the small spark that lights the way. Though it may be small and weak, it's the precious hope that guides you. A bright fire was spread one day, and wait for that day. Let's not give up now. Thank you.
Very, very good. Really interesting poem and also a very interesting topic choice. I would love to find out a little bit about your choice to enter the competition. What was your motivation for joining us this evening?
Well, recently I had a hard time on tests, so I wanted to give up. But I heard that there's a poetry test, so I just wanted to tell others don't give up now.
Fantastic. A very, very wonderful message telling people to keep going and not give up. And I certainly feel that you exemplified that with your participation this evening. So very, very good. And thank you again for your participation.
Thank you.
All right. So fantastic performance we've seen tonight. And that about wraps up all of our contestants. In the meantime, we are going to give over a couple of minutes to our judges to compile their notes, to make their verdict, and when they're ready, they'll be telling us what they think and who won the prize. Excellent. So we would like to thank everybody again for all of their patience and for their participation. We've certainly seen each unique individual presenting their slam poem, their passion, and their ideas in their own unique way. I think our judges are about ready to finish up on their final verdict. So if they're ready, we're going to go over to them to hear what they have to say.
All right. The judges have finished taking a look at our scores for each participant's spoken assessment. And don't forget, we'll be combining this with the students' scores of their written assessments. For today's performance, however, some of the criteria that we were looking at when we were judging included eye contact, as well as verbal cues. So for example, the tone, pace, and volume of students' voices as they were presenting. We were also taking a look at non-verbal cues, such as gestures, facial expressions, also the level of enthusiasm that students showed towards their topic. And then finally, for the spoken assessment, we were also assessing the level of preparation that students put into their poem. Okay, as for students' written performance, so students submitted their written poems to the judges before tonight's event, and some of the things that students were judged on included sensory details, the diction or word choice that they used, also the conventions of their poetry, including spelling, grammar, overall impact that the written poem had on the reader, and finally, analysis and critical thinking. All right, so now I'm going to hand over to Howie, who is going to announce our second runner-up for the middle school, high school level.
Thank you, Ms. Faye. So for third place is MH07, so that is Miss Nam. Miss Nam is third place. We loved your poem. It's so deep, it's so detailed, and personally, I just love space. So when people make a poem about space, I'm just hooked. Yeah, but it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So good job, Nem.
Alrighty, so next we have our first runner-up. So this poem I really loved when I originally read it, and I was happy that this poet had the opportunity to place it in the top 3. I thought all these contestants were amazing. But this poem, this is Miss Emily, MH09. Woo! So this is a poem that talked about koalas, right? And so this very public incident I remember happening in Australia. And so I was really glad to see somebody talking about it with such emotion, especially from the perspective of the koala, right? And like questioning its existence and then questioning how they exist with humans. Like I love that. I love that sort of language that's used there. So great job. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Joe. And now it's time for us to announce our first place winner of Point Avenue's first slam poetry contest for the middle school, high school level, and that is Miss Nama. All right, congratulations, Miss Nama, and we have a couple comments for you on your poetry from the judges. For your written poem, our judges said your poem is very reflective and critical of themselves and the world around you. We would have maybe liked to see some more complicated rhymes, maybe some word choice or something to think about as you're preparing for our slam poetry contest next year. But overall, we were really impressed with your written poem. As for your spoken performance today, a comment from our judge is it was very apparent that you've practiced this poem many times and have found the correct sort of intonations and voice throughout your piece. You have a huge voice and it comes through so greatly in your poem, and we really look forward to seeing you compete again.
All right, fantastic, and very, very much congratulations to Nama for her first prize winning. So overall, we again want to say thank you to all of our participants this evening. We do appreciate all of you and all of the hard work you've put in, and it certainly didn't go for granted. All right. So overall, that about wraps up our event for this evening. So please do keep in mind that if you want to find out more about our Crowd's Choice Award, keep an eye out for our event recording so that you can participate with the most likes wins the prize. That being said, I would like to thank you all again one more time for all of your amazing performances, for your dedication and the bravery for stepping up on this global stage and sharing your work with a wider audience. We at Point Avenue thank you and wish you a wonderful evening.